إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم سورة الرحمن بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. صدق الله العظيم. فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة. We begin by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asking for His forgiveness. And we seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from our evil deeds and the evils within our own selves. For whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides, none can lead astray. And whomsoever is misled, none can guide. And we bear witness and we testify with full belief and with no hesitation that Allah alone is worthy of our worship. And we bear witness and we testify with full belief and with no hesitation that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his final messenger and prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us in the Quran, O you who believe, O you have iman, have taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as He is deserving of it. And die not except in state of total and complete submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Islam. Verily the best of words are the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, and the best of guidance is the guidance of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Amma ba'd. We praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala constantly and continuously. We praise Him and we thank Him for all the countless blessings that He has given us. As He tells us in the Quran, وَأَسْبَغَ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعْمَهُ ظَاهِرَةً وَبَاطِنَةً. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that He has unleashed His uncountable blessings upon us. Those that we see and those that we don't see. Those that we remember and those that we don't remember. So we praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of them likewise. We praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of today. Because today is a gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you and I with that someone else did not get the gift of. We ask and we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all of our brothers and sisters who have passed away and accepts them into Al-Jannah. Allahumma ameen. We praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for not only making it to today, but allowing us to make it to this blessed month of Ramadan. But not only to make it to the best month of the year, but to make it to the best day of the week. And to be in the best place that there is, the masjid. We praise and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity. What I want to do today, I kind of want to talk about our perception a little bit. Because our perception, how you perceive things, how you see things, drastically affects your reality and your outcome. And I'll illustrate that with a little story. Years ago, there was a guy who owned a pizza shop in the Midwest. And it was about to be, a really long weekend, 4 days, he had to close down. So what he was doing, he was taking all of his supplies and he was putting them in, those large walk-in freezers. So he's putting everything in there. So he's gathering all of his stuff and he's taking the first group of stuff and he puts it in this freezer, second group of stuff, fine. Third group of stuff, he takes it and he walks it into this freezer and he hears behind him, the door closes behind him. Now, it wasn't like now where, there's that safety release, you push it and the door opens. Then, if the door closed, that's it was done, it was closed. And he's banging, he's trying to get out and everything. Nothing, couldn't get out. And he's, he has something to write within there, so he's chronicling. He's actually saying, hour 5, I can't feel my arms anymore, all kinds of things. And he's just saying, how cold it is and all of these different things, and he's writing all of this down. At the end of the 4 days, they actually come in, and when they open the freezer, they find this man dead. Now, when they do the autopsy on this man, they find he died to extreme exposure to cold. When they look at his notes and what he wrote down and everything, it was consistent with someone who died from extreme exposure to cold. Now, the crazy part about this story is that man completely forgot that the freezer wasn't working then, and it actually wasn't on. But Because he perceived, he literally thought that the freezer was on. He convinced his body that it was on, so it was actually exuding and it was going with as if he was exposed to extreme cold. Showing us what? Our perception, how we see things, shapes our reality. And we get this from the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ too. Once he was going to visit a companion who was sick. And he saw the companion, he saw that he was sick, and he made a dua for him. He said, "La alayka tahurun inshallah." May all bad things be far away from you, and may this be a means of purification for you. He sees that this person is sick, and he wants to give him something good. Inshallah, you get some purification from it. This person, you know what he says? He says, "La ya Rasulullah." No, ya Rasulullah. He said, "This is a boiling fever in the body of an old man that will surely lead me to my grave." Prophet Muhammad says, if that's how you see it, if that's how you perceive it, then that's how it's going to be. He's literally telling him, if that's what you're looking, if that's how you see it, that's your outlook, then that's what you're going to get out of it. So my question to each and every one of us here right now, we see perception shapes our reality. How do we perceive this month of Ramadan? How are we looking at this month of Ramadan? In this month of Ramadan, how do we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Throughout the rest of the year, how do we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in a hadith Qudsi, أَنَا عِنَّ ظَنِّ عَبْدِي بِهِ, that I am to my slave, to my servant, as they see me. So however you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is how He will be towards you. So my question to each and every one of us, how do we see this month of Ramadan? Do we see it as an opportunity to lose weight? 30 days, 30 pounds? Is that how we see this month of Ramadan? Or do we see it as an opportunity to gain taqwa? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. That fasting is prescribed upon you. You gotta do it just like the people before you. Why? So that you can achieve, so that you can attain taqwa. This awareness, this consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the question comes, what do I get out of this taqwa? What do I gain? Okay, fine, I get this taqwa. What do I get out of it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the very next surah. He says, لِلَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا. Tell those people, if we can have the brothers inshallah move forward to make way for those that are coming in, move forward and move in inshallah to make more room, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you for it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لِلَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا. Tell those who have taqwa, عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ جَنَّاتٌ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ. Tell those people who have taqwa, they will have Jannah. They will have paradise where they can have whatever it is that they want. Anything that you want, it is yours. And it is yours in the most perfect of ways. And that's what our goal is, right? Our goal in this life is to gain Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy so we can have Jannah. That's what each and every one of us wants. So then, how do we get it, right? You gotta get this taqwa, but then, like any house, right? We're trying to build our house in Jannah. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do as much as we can in this life so we can build our house in the next. But like any house here, you want to buy a house here, what do you have to do? You got to make payments on it, right? You have to make payments. And each and every one of us, we have mandatory payments that inshallah we make on our house in Jannah. That's our 5 daily salawats. That's fasting in the month of Ramadan. That's the catch. Those are our mandatory, the ones that each and every one of us has to pay. But you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us bonus opportunities. He gives us bonus opportunities every single day for you to, you know what? Make an extra payment on that mortgage on our house in Jannah, inshallah. So what I want to do, I just want to talk about a couple of opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to each and every one of us so we can make that bonus payment on our house in the akhirah, inshallah. The first one I want to talk about is directly related to this month. You know, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about this month of Ramadan, In ayah 185 in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about Ramadan. Then He tells us about some of the rulings. If you're sick, if you're traveling, this is how you do it, right? He starts talking about the rulings. Verse 185. In verse 187, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about more rulings, right? So we have these two ayahs, verse 185, verse 187. And they're both talking about the legal aspects of Ramadan. But sandwiched in between both of these ayahs, it's almost a little strange. And you kind of wonder, like, what is this doing here? It's sandwiched between two legal. You'd think that there'd be more legality in it, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse 186, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي, that when my slave, when my servant asks about me, He doesn't say if. Which is interesting because the reality is not everyone is going to ask, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us hope here. He is saying, when my slave asks about me, encouraging us to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. That when they ask about me, tell them I am near. أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. Go ahead, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا لِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is literally telling us that He is near. He is right next to us. So ask Him whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you need, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for it. Whatever it is that you need. You know what? You need that raise at work. You need that promotion. You need better grades. Whatever it is that you need, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for it. He is literally telling us here, remember, especially in this month of Ramadan, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever it is that you need. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His forgiveness. Who amongst us doesn't need Allah's forgiveness? Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever it is that you need. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us that, you know what? There are two dua that are accepted. The dua of the fasting person. Think about that. We're all, inshallah, we're fasting, right? And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he's telling us, when you're fasting, your dua is accepted. He also told us what? That time right before you break your fast. You know when your stomach's been yelling at you all day, hurry up, feed me? When he's still yelling at you and the adhan already went off and your stomach is saying, hurry up, feed me! But, wait a second. When you raise your hands and you make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, that dua, it's accepted. Why? You're quieting your stomach. You're saying, hold on a second, just wait a minute. I need to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you know what the most amazing thing about dua is? When we make dua, right, we're asking for something for ourselves, right? And we want something from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for something, it's a means of ibadah. It's a means of worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How amazing is that? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it that when we ask Him for something for us, He makes it as a means of ibadah. This is one of those bonus opportunities that each and every one of us can get multiple times a day. So many times a day we can raise our hands and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever it is that we need. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, protect yourself from the hellfire. Now you remember what we started this off with, right? Our goal, our eventual goal in life is what? To get to Al-Jannah, right? That's our eventual goal. So by extension, we want to get to Al-Jannah. That means we want to be saved from Jahannam, right? So here the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he's giving us a formula. He's saying, save yourself from Jahannam. Save yourself from the hellfire. Even if you only give half a date in charity. SubhanAllah. Look at the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He's telling us right off of the bat, you know what? It doesn't matter how much you have. Oftentimes what happens is, we'll hear the fundraiser and we'll say, you know what? I don't have that amount. I don't have that big amount. They're asking for this big amount, and then we get discouraged. But the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's telling us, you know what? You're judged based off of what you can do. Not what some other person can do. You're judged based off of what you can do. So if what you can give is $1, Bismillah, give that $1. But we think, you know what? What's $1 gonna do? It's only $1, right? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us that every single good deed that you and I do is multiplied between 10 times and 700 times. Every single good deed that you and I do is multiplied between 10 times and 700 times. Now I want you to think about this. You only have that $1. All you got is that $1. And you think, you know what, it's not gonna be able to do much. But when you take that $1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you as if you gave $700. Where am I getting $700 from? You remember in the beginning I said that we have to see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to us as we see Him. So if we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Al-Kareem, the most generous, if we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the one that will give us the absolute most, then that's how we should look at it. If we see that He will give us the most, then automatically we say that whenever we do one deed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward us for 700. That's how we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when I give that $1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is rewarding me as if I give Him $700. That means when we know this masjid is in need of donations, and we say, you know what, all I got is $1. But I give that $1. Why? Because it is as if I am being rewarded for $700. By the way, I'm not saying just give $1. Give as much as you can, right? Because I want you to think about that. If you're giving $1 and you're getting the reward for $700, imagine you give $1,000. Imagine you give $10,000. Can't do the math right now, but it's a lot, right? Think about how much reward we are getting. We know we have the opportunity right here. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us about the importance of taking care of a masjid. He told us about the reward of donating to a masjid. He also told us the reward of donating. And especially in this month of Ramadan, where everything is increased exponentially. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the opportunity right now. We don't know if we'll be able to tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to tomorrow. But you know what? Inshallah, I get it today. So any opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me, I gotta take it right away. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me that opportunity to give, I give. This is number 2. And number 3, inshallah, is something for us not only during the month of Ramadan, especially after the month of Ramadan. Out of all of the deeds that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about, generally, you will hear some type of reward behind it, right? You'll get some type of reward from it. Here we just heard, 10 to 700, right? All except one deed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "As-siyamu li wa ana ajzi bi." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that fasting is for Him and He will reward you for it. Now I want you to think about this. Let's put this in perspective. Let's just say that your boss out of nowhere calls you up and he says, listen, we have to meet 9 a.m. tomorrow. And you have no idea what it's about. Out of the blue, we have to meet. And you're worried about it. You don't know what's about to happen, right? And you tell your wife and she's saying, you know what, okay, let me know what happened. As soon as you get up, let me know what happens. Okay, no problem. You go into this meeting, and all of a sudden what ends up happening, he says, you know what, you've been doing great this month. We're giving you a raise. But it's not just a regular raise, like 3%. We're giving you a 30% raise. And on top of that, we're promoting you. I want you to think about how happy you would be, right? I want you to think about you were taking a test. And you didn't think you were going to do good, and your family, they're like, just pass, right? That's all you got to do, just pass. Or you apply to a college and you don't think that you're going to get in. But then all of a sudden you get in. And your parents parents and your family, they're asking you, they're like, come on, what happened? And you say, just wait, I'll be home in 10 minutes. When you have really, really good news, you try and wait to be next to the person to talk to them, to tell them, right? If you have really good news, hold on, I'll tell you in person, right? You have that good news about that promotion, you wait until you're with your wife so you can tell her. You wait till you're with your husband until you can tell them, right? You got into that school, you wait till you're with your family so you can tell them. When you have really, really good news, you try and tell it to people in person. Why? Because you get more joy, right? You get happier with it, right? Similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that the reward for fasting is so great. It's so amazing that He is waiting until the day that we're going to be counting. Do I have enough to get in? Do I have enough to get into Jannah? We're going to be sitting there and we're going to be counting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to wait until then. Then He's going to tell us the reward. And the reward is going to be so much better than any one of us could have imagined. This is the reward for fasting. These are the opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us every single day to make bonus payments, inshallah, on our house in the akhirah. And in this month of Ramadan, those bonus payments are worth even more. So I ask and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows each and every one of us to take advantage of these opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala, amma ba'd. My brothers and sisters, this month we are in right now, and our entire life is an opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gifts us with. He gives us so many opportunities, and specifically in this month, He gives us the opportunity to increase and to gain taqwa, which is our key to our house in the akhirah. But that house, like any house here, we got to make payments on it. There's a mortgage. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we got our mandatory ones, right? Our salawats and everything, we have those. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us opportunities to make bonus payments every single day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the opportunity, you know what? Donate. We know the masjid is in need. We know the masjid needs money, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving me the opportunity right now. It is Friday. It is Ramadan. I already know that, you know what, for every one good deed that I do, it'll be multiplied 700 times. Why? Because we have the best opinion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will give us the highest reward for it. So when I give that $1, when I give that $100, when I give that $1,000, I know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to multiply that. He's going to reward me 700 times beyond that. I know that. So these are the opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us. I just want to bring up one more opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us, especially in this month of Ramadan. And it's so integral to this month that the only time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions Ramadan by name in the Quran, the only time He mentions it is when He says, شَهْرُ رَمَضَانَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ فِيهِ الْقُرْآنِ. That the month of Ramadan is the month that the Quran was revealed. Telling us what? This is the month of the Quran. This is the month we got to get closer to the Quran. This is the month we have to increase in our recitation of the Quran, trying to learn the Quran, trying to understand the Quran. That's what this month is about. But sometimes we hesitate. Because we say, you know what? It's tough. I don't know Arabic. Arabic wasn't my first language. It's hard to read it. I'm trying to read it, and it's really tough. The print is small, and there are all these dashes and everything everywhere. It's really hard to read it, right? There's a beautiful hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that, inshallah, will encourage each and every one of us. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if I can ask the brothers to move forward one more time, inshallah, to make room. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, الناهر بالقرآن مع السفرة الكرام البررة. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that the expert in the Quran is on par, on the same level with the most noble of angels. Think about that. The angels, all they do is worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All they do is obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying that the expert in the Quran, he is on par with the most noble angels. You're saying, hold on a second, I thought you said this was supposed to be encouraging. I'm no expert in the Quran. I'm not an expert in the Quran. How is this encouraging to me? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam continues. And he says, وَالَّذِي يَقْرَأُ الْقُرْآنَ وَيَتَتَعْتَعْ فِيهِ وَهُوَ عَلِيمٌ شَاعِرٌ. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that whomsoever struggles and stumbles while they're reciting the Quran, for those people, they get twice the reward. Think about that. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he's telling us that, you know what? You're struggling, you get twice the reward. But then the question comes, twice the reward of what? Twice the reward of who? The scholars of hadith actually say that you get twice the reward of the first people that were mentioned. You remember those people, the experts in the Quran that were on par with the most noble of angels? The scholars of hadith say you get twice their reward. Why? Because even though you are struggling, even though it is tough and it's hard, you are persisting. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you twice the reward. And we already know the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us that you, for every single letter that you recite in the Quran, you get hasanat, right? Every single letter. And he said alif is one letter. Mim is one letter. Lam is another letter. Sorry, lam, mim. I'll mix those around. That every single letter that you recite, you get reward for it. Every single letter. Now I want you to think about this. Let's put this into perspective. There are 139 letters in Surah Al-Fatiha. Every single one of us, we recite Surah Al-Fatiha every single day. And for every letter, we're getting 10 reward for it. That is 139 rewards just for reciting Surah Al-Fatiha. Just for reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, you get that much reward. So now, the next time when we are reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, keep this in mind. Now, the next time when we're reading and we're struggling with the Quran, keep in mind, every single letter, you're being rewarded for it. But how much reward are you getting? At least twice the reward of the expert in the Quran. So I ask and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows each and every one of us to be amongst the people who take advantage of these opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us. And I ask and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes each and every one of us amongst the people who see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the best of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I ask and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts all of our good deeds and forgives us of all of our shortcomings. عباد الله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين في كل مكان يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الهم والحزن ونعوذ بك من العجز والكسل ونعوذ بك من الجبن والبخل ونعوذ بك من غلبة الدين وقهر الرجال اللهم آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون